Conchespina, and an excellent atmosphere inside the Bernabeu. And this is the scene inside the tunnel. And you can see Marcelo, Casemiro, Ronaldo there in conversation. There's Sergio Ramos. How long do you think, Guillaume, till we see Bale or Isco in this game?
To be honest, I think the game plan has worked well for Real Madrid, even though they possibly would have liked to score one goal, of course. But they have created the chances, they have stopped Messi. There is enough there to suggest that at least he's going to give them an hour. And after that is whatever happens. If they haven't scored, of course they've got so many possibilities. Isco, Bale, Asensio. You could say that those three can come in and change the game completely. We don't play anymore with 11 players. It's 14 that you play.
But it's been one of the failings, if you like, in Madrid this season, simply that the replacements haven't contributed as well as they did last season when we had Morata, James, Lucas Vázquez, etc. What about Barcelona? We're not expecting Andres Iniesta necessarily to last the full 90 minutes, but if he goes off, who would you replace him with?
Well, Andre Gomez, Denis Suarez, that played recently. But for me, the way Barcelona are right now is you still didn't concede a goal. Like I said before, you're away from home. Yes, Real Madrid had some opportunities, but you're still well in the game and well ahead in the league. OK, well, referees there in conversation with Luka Modric. Let's hand you back to your commentary team, Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, two teams who have had on the side of caution in the first half. Real Madrid just edging the possession. Lionel Messi hasn't been unleashed yet. The referee stargazing. All 22 are out. No changes have been made. The gaze of the footballing world is once more upon the Bernabeu. Nothing to choose between these two teams. Barcelona only lost 2 games this season. They were against Real Madrid. They haven't lost in the last 24 games since the Spanish Super Cup. Real Madrid a grand distance behind Barca in the standings, but they do have a game in hand to be played in February. Sergio Roberto to the sunny side of the field, to Paulinho, who had that outstanding chance in the first half. Benzema, Carvajal. For just joining us, Real Madrid were pretty much as we expected. The one surprise was in midfield, where Kovacic started. Gareth Bale, Asensio and Isco are on the bench. Barcelona's side pretty much selects itself, though. The weakest position is for Marlon, having to play alongside Gerard Piqué. As Cristiano Ronaldo whips it in. There's the trademark tantrum.
Well, we've seen him numerous times, hundreds of times over the years, cut inside and use his right foot from the left flank. On many occasions this season, there have been better options to keep the attack going, to play a little give and go around the edge of the box. He's claiming the corner there.
He felt it had grazed the back of Sergio Roberto's socks. Casemiro. Marginal decision.
See the two midfield players tussling for possession. Rakitic does no more than just run alongside Casemiro. See the attempt from the angle from Ronaldo. Field for the corner.
Needs must goalkeeping there from Keylor Navas. It's an untidy clearance as well, puts his team under pressure. Busquets. Suarez. Iniesta. Suarez fakes to go inside. Navas has been lively. Less to face than his opposite number, but one top-class save to keep out Paulinho in the midst of the first half. Barcelona do have their problems at the moment. Dembele's not back fully fit yet. Rafinha is rejoining the team. we were saying, Terry, during the half-time break, there's very little for Barcelona to dip into. This is Paulinho, supported by Sergio Roberto. The hot ticket, 80,264. Means that a few hundred didn't turn up. Watched by 500 million around the world. 180 different countries, all tuning in. Busquets. Iniesta. Alba. The pendulum of possession has swung the way of Barcelona in the second half. Roberto. Rakitic. Real Madrid happy to sit back. Rakitic takes it to them. Now Suarez steadies the pace. And Modric clears.
No doubt whatsoever that type of style of play suits Barcelona better, doesn't it? It's a form of defending away from home against Real Madrid. Real Madrid at times lose discipline and become impatient when the team does have possession against them. Opened up nicely there initially for Rakitic and knocked the ball wide. Real Madrid were able to close it out, but this type of play certainly does suit Barcelona more. It's up to Real Madrid to get out, to try and confront them, to try and win the ball back as quick as they did in the first half.
It was a little different to the pace of the game which was played here last April. That fiery 3-2 game. Ronaldo blocked by Piqué. Busquets. Paulinho.
And you can see this clearly, as it's so soon after the half-time break, is the instruction from the coach to take the heat out of the game. It certainly controls the tempo of the game, doesn't it, from Barcelona's perspective.
Busquets to Paulinho. Benzema comes back and chases. Well, struggling to get possession. Lazy layoff from Suarez.
Possession game for Barcelona looks fluid amongst the usual suspects. When it goes into Paulinho, he's tempted now and then to do a back heel and flick round the corner and does give away possession. Up to Busquets, Sergio Roberto, Andres Iniesta have played this way their whole life. Quite happy to go sideways, to go backwards. They know the importance of keeping the ball.
All side shows there that the referee ignores. Casemiro digs in. Benzema. The referee doing his bit to try to keep things flowing as it's become decidedly scrappy.
That's what Real Madrid have to do, go and confront. They can't allow Barcelona easy possession. Have to get amongst them. Iniesta, Teslin, Casemiro and Busquets. Talked about the congested area of the pitch with all those central midfield players playing in the game. This was a difficult back pass from Toni Kroos, but to have to deal with. He does well because you see Messi creeping into the picture there, looking for a loose touch from the goalkeeper.
He's very much the modern goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. If you see his workout routine, it's like heading to Cirque du Soleil with his acrobatics. Piqué. Paulinho. Stepping through a minefield of tackles. Oh, Kroos trying to free Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Messi.
Again, you see the Barcelona usual players just keeping it nice and easy. Two-touch football, keeping the ball moving. Paulinho again, giving the ball away.
Messi broke the hearts of the Real Madrid supporters with that last-minute goal last season. It's a lovely ball. Alba, full steam ahead. Cuts it back. Suarez. To the rescue again is Navas.
Different style of play from Barcelona in the second half, and is this a tentative finish from Luis Suarez? Certainly not tentative. Attacking play from Jordi Alba, breaks down the left, cut back. It wasn't Messi on that occasion, it was Suarez with a side foot finish. And a save from Keylor Navas.
Marcelo. Casemiro lays off to Benzema. Carvajal. Modric. Toni Kroos. Easy for Sergio Roberto to defend. Iniesta. Busquets.
I thought he was going to panic then.
Not Busquets, it's Rakitic. Drives on. Roberto to his right, Suarez to his left. Comes across to Suarez! First blood, Barcelona! Patience pays off.
Well, it's a classic Barcelona goal. Starts from the back, with Busquets under severe pressure. True to their style of play, he doesn't panic. I joked about it, but you can see the importance of how Barcelona play, what they want to do. Come out with the second half and a completely different frame of mind. Possession is the be-all and end-all. You can see the lack of discipline from Real Madrid. Casemiro is caught upfield. Huge space in the centre of midfield. I talked earlier about the importance of Kovacic taking out that responsibility. And Casemiro pushes forward. Rakitic was able to move freely into the attacking area of the pitch, into the danger area, and it really opens up. See, Kovacic allows Rakitic to run right through the middle. The ball out wide to Sergio Roberto. You think Sergio Roberto's got a shooting opportunity. Unselfish play, clever play from Sergio Roberto, and an emphatic finish from Luis Suarez.
Oh, unlucky for Navas, went right under his glove.
It's the pace of the finish, isn't it, that beats the Real Madrid goalkeeper from pretty close range. Crisp finish from Luis Suarez. It's been crisp play from Barcelona. Start the second half.
Suarez is flying now. A smiling assassin.
Took him so long, didn't it, now into double figures, and he's really motoring again now.
10 goals for the season. He went through a very long spell without scoring. Zidane is going to have to take action. Going to have to introduce some creative minds. Give Bale or Isco or Asensio a chance to express themselves. No longer can they sit back. Kroos. Marcelo. Ter Stegen leaves it. Important header from Alba. Suarez and Casemiro. And he leaves the studs in there as well. That is the complete Suarez package, isn't it?
They've both been aggressive. Suarez has given as good as he gets, as he always does. I'm not so sure there's a need for Suarez to roll around in agony. Shoulder to shoulder. Suarez wins that tussle. Casemiro doesn't do anything wrong there. There's a little bit of afters. I think he tries, doesn't he, Casemiro? Self-preservation in the heat at the moment. Swings his leg round. I'm not so sure he catches Suarez, though.
Does fire things up a little bit.
Yep, the festive greetings have started in the second half, that's for sure.
Marcelo. Nice take from Benzema, but a blind pass. Easy for Busquets to cut out. Rakitic. Ramos. Stay-at-home defenders. Ramos has left his post. Busquets with a fine tackle. Paulinho. Now Lionel Messi. Suarez alongside him. Suarez, oh, cheekily, or did he cheekily try to go for the near post? I think it was actually the turf which decided where he was going to go. It was a slip.
Yep, you see that clearly with the divot that's left after Suarez. The game is opening up. Real Madrid are going to have to be careful. Varane plays Suarez onside. Initially Suarez is looking to square it again, but sees the gap at the near post, but just slipped. So he's finishing attempt off.
Marcelo. Kovacic to Modric. That goal has affected the harmony of Real Madrid. It was keeping them guessing.
It's not their trio, though, is it?
Well, it's a world-class trio that he has on the bench.
Isco, Bale. Let's give you half a chance to get back in the game.
If you're a really brave man, would you throw on all three?
A complete change in system, wouldn't it?
Modric to Carvajal. Stopped by his fellow Spain international fullback, Jordi Alba. Modric. Suarez is down again. Ramos is best advised to get out of there. Traditional booking in the Clásico for Sergio Ramos.
He's looking to protect the ball. Across.
That was a slap across the face, wasn't it? He just can't help himself sometimes.
2 or 3 challenges in the first half as well. I think that's as much as a touching up procedure as well.
Well, he has quite a rap sheet in Clásicos. Sergio Ramos, 5 red cards against Barcelona.
Well, he has to keep his head pure and simple. The team are up against it at the moment, trying to get themselves back in the title race. 1 goal down at home. It's quite obvious there, isn't it? I know we got slow motion and the perfect angle on the replay.
It's an old-fashioned clip of the year, wasn't it?
And again, I'm not so sure Suarez is particularly that badly injured, but coming off the game, slowing the game down, getting an opponent in trouble.
We can see the top knot. Will it be top notch?
It is all 3. Is it all 3? Or just the 2 so far? So more than just the 1 substitute from Real Madrid.
Paulinho. Messi. Messi squirms away. He looks pleadingly at the referee, who gives him the free kick.
Take a peek, he gets some more shots on the outside of his ankle, and Solo gets him with the other leg. Bit of space there. I talked earlier about the trust in leaving Kovacic in the holding midfield position. Casemiro shouldn't leave that role at all. That should be purely, totally his responsibility. If you share that responsibility and a player doesn't concentrate, such as Kovacic there, it's far too easy for Rakitic to make ground, get into the final third of the pitch. It's comfortable for Barcelona, that goal from a Madrid perspective.
Paulinho. The significance is if Barcelona win today, Real Madrid will be behind them in the standings by 14 points. Atletico is second, of course, but they blew it on that Friday night. And Suarez is gifted a chance here. Messi's inside. It's a dreadful clearance to Paulinho. And they're offering no protection at the moment at all to Keylor Navas.
I believe it was Kovacic as well, chasing back with a back heel, a player that hasn't played much, and it appears to be pace tough to deal with in a Clásico, and one of his few games to return from injury.
Oh, he's down. I think he's going to be taken out of the firing line at the next opportunity by Zinedine Zidane. PK strides adventurously out of defence and continues the run. Messi picks out Suarez. Suarez, chance to kill the game. Oh, Navas again keeps it alive. Danger hasn't got away. It's Lionel Messi to Suarez. Barcelona hit the post again. Paulinho. It's circus football, but the referee is spoiling the fun. Red card. Carvajal dismissed.
This is going to significantly change the plans of Zinedine Zidane. Looking to bring the subs on as an obviously a handball in here. No complaints from Carvajal. I'm sure Barcelona didn't finish this attack off quicker and sooner. Suarez with the first attempt. Messi tried to set Suarez up again. There's No handball there, and it's a really good save from Carvajal, isn't it? No wonder there's no complaints. He leaps up.
Well, it's needs must, but I just wonder whether the referee needed to give the penalty. If he just held his whistle for a second, the goal would have been given. All adds to the drama. Real Madrid down the man again in a Clásico. Lionel Messi on the spot. The eyes of the world on Lionel Messi, who doesn't fail. Messi does it again. The record scorer in all of the Clásicos puts Barcelona some distance ahead of the pack in La Liga.
He missed one last week against Deportivo La Coruña, and this week he certainly didn't look nervous, did he? Didn't mess about, puts his foot through the ball in towards the top corner. Real Madrid down to 10 men. We know their spirit, we know they won't give up. But this is an uphill task now for Zidane's team. Is he going to still make the necessary changes? Should he have done it quicker? 1-0. 11 against 11, there was still a chance. He delayed the substitutions. Carvajal with the handball. Messi with a penalty. Puts Barcelona firmly in control. Not only today, but perhaps the rest of the season.
He loves the pose, doesn't he, Lionel Messi? And he is going to be the headline maker tomorrow. Well, surely Zidane has to gamble. He's going to bring on Nacho, an extra defender, to make up for the loss of the defender of Carvajal. But he has to consider his gamble here. He's got nothing to lose, Terry, has he?
You look at the players that he's got out there. He's taken off Benzema, I think, and Nacho coming on, which sends out supporters. You could put Casemiro back into the back four if you wanted to just shore things up at the back.
Well, it's very rare that the Real Madrid supporters question the wisdom of Zinedine Zidane. 8 majors as a manager. They hold 5 titles at the moment. But quizzical looks around the Bernabeu when he takes off a centre forward and brings on a defender with his team 2 goals down and a man down.
You could go to a back 3, couldn't you? You could do something to try and shape it up, to try and give your team the chance. Gareth Bale still in his kit, prepared, ready for action.
Here is Kovacic to Cristiano Ronaldo. Kovacic again as PK sticks out a boot. The fans claiming it was a hand. Now Paulinho.
We don't write Real Madrid off just yet. We haven't seen the spirit on that many occasions this season. It is recent. Last season, so important in there. Title victory. It's been back from goals behind, late goals, late winners. Never giving up.
Well, 3/4 of the game gone, and he is going for it, Zidane. He's going to utilise all of his allocation of substitutes. Bale and Asensio will enter the ring. The thing is with Bale, I mean, he started off his career as a fullback. He could almost play in that hybrid position.
We talked about Real Madrid. What Barcelona have to do now is what they've done right at the start of the second half. Possession-based game, more patient. The fact that Real Madrid was slow to get out, close them down, encouraged Barcelona that it was the right method. It's paid off with 2 goals. Against 10 men, it should be slightly easier. Of course, with a 2-goal advantage, they don't have to go chasing any more goals. The attacks will open up, make the pitch as big as they possibly can. They're certainly going to be up against a little bit more speed now, aren't they, with Gareth Bale and Asensio coming on.
They beat Barcelona with 10 men earlier in the season, didn't they? The Spanish Super Cup when Ronaldo was dismissed. 3/4 of the game gone. Suarez and Messi, familiar names on the Clásico score sheet. Jordi Alba. Messi, Rakitic, PK. Barcelona utilising the extra little bit of space afforded by Carvajal's dismissal.
Just going to say classic PK, isn't it? 2 goals up for home against Real Madrid. Couldn't resist the temptation there to run forward with the ball. Rakitic was the player, and Busquets, they both filled in quickly.
Jordi Alba. Get on your feet, says the referee. As he collides with Nacho. Marcelo's caught in possession. Messi. Paulinho. And then lucky that Keylor Navas is on top form.
Yep, it was a heavy last touch, wasn't it, from Paulinho? Just got away from him, gave the goalkeeper a chance of getting there first.
Kovacic gives it away, midfield again to Andres Iniesta. It'll be interesting at the end of the game to roll back that second goal and see where it actually stemmed from. There's Lionel Messi. Kovacic half stops him. Messi is fully stopped by Keylor Navas. They smell blood, Barcelona.
Yeah, I cannot understand how long it's taken Real Madrid to make these changes. Kovacic has been struggling for about 10 minutes in the midfield position. Suffering with fatigue, not being able to get around the pitch. They're down to 10 men.
Busquets happy to slow it down to a walking pace. Suarez, Messi. Jordi Alba. Zidane said in the build-up to the game he didn't believe that the league was over if they lost today, but it is going to be a massive gap if they can't pull it back. 11 points at kickoff, 14 points if it remains like this. The distance between these two clubs, Valencia and Atletico, sandwiched between them.
Simply Barcelona not allowing Real Madrid to make those changes, are they? But keeping possession for about 10 minutes now.
Roberto. Ronaldo to Marcelo, who breaks the ranks. Marcelo to Cristiano Ronaldo. How they need the World Player of the Year to do something special. Fires it in. Iniesta digs in. Modric. Barcelona captain takes on responsibility. Jordi Alba. Fine football from the back from Barcelona. Now Paulinho, the link man. Suarez. Time for change. This is how they came alive.
They've done that really well in the second half. We've seen more of Lionel Messi because his team have had more possession. Navas.
The double change is made. Not before time, as far as the Real Madrid supporters are concerned. Asensio and Bailon. Casemiro and Kovacic replaced in midfield. Modric.
Isco as well, isn't it? Started for the weekend. We assumed it would be him or Bell. We see Messi with the second goal there from the penalty spot.
Well, Isco has played more games than anybody else for Real Madrid this season. His form over the last year has been outstanding. But Isco remains a spectator as they've made all of the changes. Sergio Roberto. Paulinho tries to free himself at the far post. Modric to Marcelo. Nacho. inside. Marcelo. Asensio comes off the rear of Sergio Roberto. Lionel Messi. Roberto. Only Suarez ahead of him, so he has to go sideways. This remains the pace of the game. I think Iniesta would see the full 90 minutes out, won't he?
And it's important, Robbie, in terms of what Barcelona are trying to do, trying to defend the 2-goal lead against 10 men, keep things ticking over. He uses his experience and his quality to make sure his teammates continue to do exactly what they've done throughout this second half. Bringing on Denis Suarez to replace him. We know that Denis Suarez is going to be enthusiastic, he's going to get on the ball, he's going to dribble with the ball and maybe at times give the ball away.
To the final quarter of an hour here at the Bernabeu. Busy weekend of football here on Sky Sports. Don't forget, later this evening it's Leicester City against Manchester United. Build-up starts at 7 o'clock on the Sky Sports Premier League channel. Kroos to Marcelo. Busquets. Barcelona playing a dangerous game back there.
Sergio Roberto's doing everything he can, isn't he, to keep his arms out of the way. He's got them behind his back, turns his back on the cross. Asensio clearly wasn't on the hand. Elbow, yes.
Speed from Varane, but there's a nudge in the back from Messi, in the opinion of the referee's assistant.
Merest of touches, isn't there, on Varane after he played the ball. Just as he's playing the ball from Messi, just touches him on the back.
Time to change for Barcelona as well. They're going to bring on Semedo, and maybe not unsurprisingly, it's Andres Iniesta who is replaced. As he has been in all but one game that he started this season. Homage from the travelling Barcelona supporters. And they take off a midfield man, bring on a full-back in Semedo. One would imagine that Sergio Roberto will take on a position, if not the role, of Iniesta in midfield as part of the reject. Barcelona about to make history. First time ever they've won 3 successive games in La Liga at the Bernabeu. Unless there is a dramatic turnaround from Zidane's team. Ramos.
Still of the opinion, Rob, that there's still something left in this game for Real Madrid, that we've seen it too often in the past, particularly under Zidane.
This plays header from the substitute Semedo. Asensio's in. Oh, there's some tackle. Vermaelen earns his stripes.
It's been super today, isn't it? High fives all around, but they're going to switch on again.
Marcelo. Ronaldo. As the clock ticks down, Real Madrid are beginning to come alive here. Here is the resistance. It's Modric. Gareth Bale! Oh, Bale was almost back in a blaze of glory. That would have been some introduction. Benzema. Lionel Messi has space. Fine stop from Nacho. Now it's taken on Clasico proportions.
Yeah, this is more like the traditional Real Madrid, isn't it? More attacking players, more pace in the team. Just Kroos and Modric, no holding midfielder. And in the centre of the midfield area now for Real Madrid. So no pushing on.
Bale. Marcelo. chance. Piqué doesn't make it. Ronaldo's a heap on the floor. Suarez, great tackle by Modric. Varane. Gareth Bale, you know, he'd like to get it onto that left foot and put in a sweeping shot, which he does. Oh, ter Stegen. A bit of loose goalkeeping there. But the German is winning the battle with a Welshman.
Clearly still work for Barcelona to do to make sure they get all 3 points. So I didn't really believe that the attempt from Gareth Bale just might spill it. By the time he reacted, it was easy for the goalkeeper to get the spillage.
Semedo. Roberto to Semedo, continues the run. Semedo! Oh, flashes it across the face of goal. Deflected off the keeper, I think it was.
Again, it's another good save from Keylor Navas. This is going to be the 2 players playing on the right side of the pitch, getting involved, bringing Messi into the play. So, good run off the ball. Modric here, in towards the box. Gareth Bale on his right foot, just slightly behind him, but he should do better. Should get more power on the finish. Long-range attempt, and clearly he's finding his moment there. Ter Stegen, which has been a really good season for him, but
hung in the air. Ronaldo clears. Alba. Busquets. Sergio Roberto. The final 10 minutes. Zidane's never the most expressive of coaches, but he's down there barking at his players, trying to bring them to life. Rakitic. Roberto. That's where the extra space is. Picked up by Alba. Messi. Modric. Gareth Bale. Steps on the gas, stopped by Busquets once. Luka Modric. Sergio Ramos. Asensio. Ramos has gone into the centre forwards position. Asensio's cross, corner. Ramos will stay out there. Varane will join him. They've got to throw in all of the heavyweights. Taken quickly by Marcelo. Great ball in. Space for Kroos. Referee says no penalty. Ramos follows up. Ter Stegen with a very brave and brilliant block. Now he complains.
that's really good play from Sergio Ramos. Really sharp play. And getting shot away, quick to react. Real Madrid trying to build some pressure. Marcelo's got to be careful. Got booked. Hands all over the referee.
They're too strong in his protest, the Brazilian. He's going to keep his head. Kroos aims for the near post, flashes across. Piqué with an important header. Asensio to Modric. Ronaldo. Oh, a footstep away from Sergio Ramos. He may have been offside, but he wasn't to know that as he did the splits.
But they haven't given up, have they? They're still with one man down. They've had 2 or 3 chances since Dani Carvajal was sent off. Modric feeds Ronaldo. Ramos is offside. Ronaldo slides it across goal. It is just out of reach. See Toni Kroos with the appeal again against Rakitic. His hands up in an unusual position. One's across his chest, one is firmly down by his side. It's another penalty for me. Ter Stegen makes the save with his face there. And Sergio Ramos at the near post. It comes off his shoulder.
And Barcelona make the change. Paulinho giving the high fives to the whole of the bench. And Gomez is his replacement. Andre Gomez will have the instruction to keep things tight and organised for the remaining 6.5 minutes. Modric, stolen by Messi. Gomez immediately involved. Messi. Roberto. Messi finding the freedom. Gomez joins in. Took a very important deflection. Committed block from Varane.
He's such a good player, isn't he, Sergio Roberto? Seen him playing in the right-back role. He steps into midfield and you forget what a good midfield player he is as well, so capable replacement for Iniesta at this stage of the game. So a really good touch. Fantastic centre forward there. Touch round the corner. Powerful attempt at goal, denied by Ter Stegen.
Busquets. Rakitic breezes past Marcelo. Stopped by Bale. Well, the good news for Real Madrid is that Gareth Bale is looking fit and fresh again after his year of injury problems. Bad news is they're 2 down. There's less than 5 minutes remaining, and they're a player down with Carvajal walking the plank for his deliberate handball. Messi wins it back. Ter Stegen has had to play his part as well. On the brink of his 11th clean sheet of the season in La Liga. Signs are he could be the German #1 of the World Cup this summer. His form has been so good. Suarez. Barca content to play down the clock. Real Madrid can't score if Barcelona have possession of the football. Roberto. Jordi Alba. Back to Messi. Head down that incredible close control. Checked by Varane.
At the end of that, he was trying to chip it towards the far post, wasn't he, for his teammate, strike partner, Suarez. He said he's never beaten the Zinedine Zidane team. I joked that he'd not been in charge of Barcelona on too many occasions during that run.
Well, tactically, Barcelona have been more masterly today. He came with the plan, Valverde. His players have carried it off to the letter. Rakitic. Ronaldo wins it. Lionel Messi's volley. Ooh, uncomfortable save from Navas.
He makes it look easy. We shouldn't ignore that. The technique there with players closing him down. Ball coming down out of the sky. Able to hit the target. It was Keylor Navas into another save.
Well, last season, the title effectively came down to who won the Clásico. Real finished 3 points ahead of Barcelona. This is going to be so damaging. Could be the end of Real Madrid's title chances. Barca some distance ahead of the rest. And Busquets, despite his apology, is booked. He's going to have an extra long break in the new year. He'll miss the home game with Levante. Two minutes remaining. Real Madrid seeking inspiration. Rose hits it long, a double flick, and Ramos can't react once more. There is an offside in there. He's a beaten man. Zinedine Zidane.
Well, we've got to look at how the first half of the season has gone. Back in August when Real Madrid thrashed Barcelona 5-1. Just didn't see this happening, did we? Didn't see the attempt from Messi. Piqué came out and said in his first time in his club, which had been 9 years, the first time he felt inferior to Real Madrid. Everybody assumed then if there was going to be a points deficit of this much, it was going to be in favour of Zidane's team. So certainly Barcelona have used that setback pre-season as firm motivation. Real Madrid costly defeats against Betis here and Girona away.
Ronaldo. Spanish and European champions, world club champions, and European Super Cup champions, and Spanish Super Cup champions have been humbled in front of their own supporters. Modric. He can be proud of his performance today. Not too many in the Real Madrid 11, 10 as they are now. Will be too content with what they've put in. They're down to 9 because Marcelo's off the pitch, feeling the pain.
The first half was pretty even, wasn't it, in terms of percentage of possession, attempts on goal. I thought Real Madrid probably just shaded it.
Suarez to Messi. We enter the additional 3 minutes. Messi. Gomez. Oh, big chance. Andre Gomez.
Just lacked conviction on the finish there, didn't he, to really wrap things up for Barcelona. Just taking off care on the footed attempt. Just puts it over the crossbar. Sergio Roberto's view, I presume, as he picks out Luis Suarez. The goal of the game, always so important. Any top-level game of football, where the stakes are high and you're really close, that first goal, just so important to Barcelona. But they're playing the second half. They've clearly deserved to get the 3 points.
Piqué to Vidal. Messi on the score sheet once more. Leading the attack is Piqué. Now Vidal. The draws a corner, and they are making life so difficult for Real Madrid. Many of the supporters have vacated the stadium, starting Christmas early. Job well done for Sergio Roberto. Assisted in the goal. Played a couple of positions. Drinking water, but there may be cracking open the carver later on.
Y ha demostrado, pues bueno, hoy ha encontrado los espacios, ha encontrado...
Sergi Busquets. Lionel Messi. Gets past Marcelo. Messi plays it back. And oh, will he squeeze it? Game 1, set and match. 3-0 Barcelona. They are humiliating Real Madrid. Alex Vidal joins the party.
Another great piece of play from Lionel Messi. Good finish from Vidal as well. Hasn't been on the pitch long. Wraps it up totally now for Barcelona. Real Madrid despondent, as you'd expect, 3 goals behind, down to 10 men. Barcelona thoroughly enjoying themselves yet again at the Bernabeu. And the supporters can now celebrate. Is this out of play when Messi gets it? Looks very close to being out of play. The play was allowed to continue. Real Madrid switch off. Marcelo loses track of Lionel Messi. Skips round Marcelo, too easy. Cut back towards the edge of the box. Players queuing up. Vidal would have the attempt. Just for a second there, you thought it wasn't going to cross the line. Keylor Navas gets more than enough to it, but it just creeps over the goal line for Barcelona.
Well, Alex Vidal enjoying the introduction. A rare mistake from Keylor Navas, but in truth, all the damage had been done well before that. Squirms through, the sun beating down on the Bernabeu. These are dark days for Real Madrid, and it's Happy New Year for Valverde and Barcelona. They have had a Saturday afternoon stroll at the Bernabeu. It's a historical moment as well, the first time they've ever won 3 games in a row away from home against Real Madrid, and the gap between the two teams now is a massive 14 points.
Wow, and that is a long way back for Real Madrid. Yes, they do have that game in hand. Will be against Leganés because they were playing in the Club World Cup over in Abu Dhabi. But consolatory hugs between the Real Madrid players. And what a start for Barcelona to 2018. Let's just have a look at how the La Liga table looks. Well, have a look at that and let that sink in. 14 points the difference, and in fact 9 over Atletico Madrid, who lost at the Ercilla Stadium against Espanyol last night. The lead could be clipped to 8, in fact, if Valencia beat Villarreal at Mestalla a little bit later on. OK, so there's plenty of Premier League football on the way as well. We're darting around the country over the next few days, starting off at the King Power Stadium. Then we head to Wembley and Anfield on Boxing Day. Doubleheader for you Wednesday and Thursday, a tale of 2 parks, St James's and Selhurst. Don't forget the darts at Ali Pally, Phil the Power Taylor and Barney, Raymond van Barneveld in action tonight. But day 10, session 1 is on right now on Sky Sports Darts. And don't forget, a league of their own, the Christmas special, is available now on Catch Up TV with Besters Corden, Flintoff, Redknapp, Whitehall and maybe even Henri. So, bit of a chess game in the first half, but ultimately, mad 10 minutes at the start of the second half really decided this game and may well have knocked Real Madrid out of the La Liga title race. Suarez, Messi and Alex Vidal on the score sheet at the Bernabeu.